Street Art Festival 2016. It took 12 weeks, dozens of volunteers, and a whole lot of paint to create India's first art district. And transform these rusty containers into vibrant murals. A moment of effusive color in this campus aside a junkyard. The containers at ICD are released, but the murals at Lodi Colony remain. The legacy of the Street Art Festival lives on.
Couple of months back, I think in the newspaper there was an ad.
I heard that Delhi Street Art is getting together with Asian Paints.
One fine morning, my husband saw this ad, donate a wall by Asian Paints.
Donate the Wall campaign is something which we started in January this year. The entire idea was to kind of excite people in terms of looking at, donating a part of their wall of the house or their commercial property to kind of some memories which they think very strongly of to that extent, and by virtue of that we execute something on the wall which kind of brings art to public, so that the entire initiative is tied down from an individual to a public at large.
We asked each of these owners to give stories around their house and around their wall, and we selected most of them on the criteria of the story. That's how the whole selection happened.
Entrepreneur Udit Huda, a resident of Nebsarai, observes the lack of open spaces for young kids in his area. By donating his wall, Udit aims to transform his property into a lively center of activity for kids in the neighborhood.
When I was growing up in this place, this used to be this huge patch of land where, we used to come every day from our house, me and my brothers, and, there was this big kushti pit in the center, that desi dangal style kushti. The most beautiful memory of this place is that it connected our childhood to the ground, to where you walk, where you live every day, which is taken for granted. Children nowadays are, there is something called as nature deficiency disorder, which I really feel is the case nowadays, everybody's glued to the TV. They are losing a concept of the outside, they're losing the concept of being dirty, of all that stuff, and I really feel that also because, lots of spaces are not even available. It's becoming an urban jungle everywhere. Open spaces are not available, so you can't even blame those kids. You can't expect kids to be playing on the streets at all times.
जब इन गलियों में हम खेलते हैं तो बहुत शोर होता है, लोग हम पे चिल्लाते हैं।
हमें यहाँ कोई खेलने नहीं देता, लोगों के घर बॉल चली जाती है, फिर वो हम पे चिल्लाने लगते हैं।
हमें यहाँ पे बैडमिंटन खेलने की जगह ही नहीं मिलती, इसलिए हमें टेरेस पे खेलना पड़ता है, जहाँ पे हमारी कॉक नीचे चली जाती है बार-बार।
हमें यहाँ पे बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है साइकिल चलाने में, क्योंकि यहाँ पे बहुत पतली सड़कें हैं और यहाँ पे बार-बार गाड़ियाँ मोटरसाइकिल आ जाती है।
जब हम खेलते हैं और हमारी बॉल गाड़ियों के नीचे चली जाती है, तो फिर हमारी बॉल फट जाती है।
I was interested in getting some artwork done on that wall for some time, and one of my friends got in touch with Asian Paints for the same idea. He had posted on their Facebook page, and I followed on that post and I wrote something that I have a wall that I'd like to donate for the Donate a Wall campaign. I got a call from Bombay and they informed me that a team from Asian Paints is going to come over and have a look at the place physically, and they did. It was a great meeting. They were able to understand what I was looking for, and I was able to understand what they had in mind.
Multidisciplinary artist Ruchan Soni is inspired by Udit's recollection of his childhood memories and designs a wall that hopes to do justice to these happier times. Coincidentally, Ruchan himself is a resident of Napesarai.
Udit Huda's vision is very beautiful. He really wants to make that space alive, and that is what I really like. His concept where he wants all the kids to come out and play together, that will create a bond between them. And the space for community, he really wants to do something. These kind of open spaces are rare in this area, and he doesn't want to create a business out of it. He wants to give it back to the community in a good way. For now, I really want to create something which is really bright and colorful, that will appeal to all the people who live in that area and to all the kids, so that they can actually come out and live and have fun in that space. Challenges तो काफ़ी हैं in terms of light and because of the scale, काफ़ी बार उतरना पड़ता है, चढ़ना पड़ता है.
With the discussions that I had with Ruchan, he's been able to interpret it very beautifully. I think he's been able to do that pretty well, and I'm really excited to see how this looks once it ends.
I was a little nervous in the beginning because kids are the best judge. They can either love it or they can trash it. But I am happy to see that kids are able to relate to all the characters. Like बच्चे आगे बोलते हैं मैं सुपरमैन हूँ, कोई बोलता है नहीं मैं रेसलर हूँ, लड़कियाँ आगे बोलती है मैं एंजल हूँ. So हर एक कैरेक्टर के साथ बच्चे अडेप्ट हो गए हैं. I am very happy to see that.
It really brings out what we had started with, the whole idea of bringing the past today. It connects what this place was and what it is today, and brings the positive out of both the times. It is about young people, it is about kids, it is about sports, it is about the outdoors. It is about open spaces, what used to be here, and I think that really is really captured in this piece. And what is also very essential was color, outdoors, openness, and kids, which is beautifully been captured by Ruchan in this art piece.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है दीवार देखकर. यहाँ पे बहुत कलर्स हैं. अब मेरा मन कर रहा है यहाँ पे हम रोज आके खेलें.
पहले दीवार बहुत खाली थी, पर पेंटिंग बनने के कारण अच्छी लगती है और मैं और मेरे फ्रेंड्स यहाँ रोज खेलना है.
इसके कैरेक्टर्स जो हैं वो मुझे बहुत अच्छे लगे और मुझे लगता है कि इस दीवार का सुपरमैन मैं ही हूँ.
Kanuga is an adventurer who has documented her travels across the world. Having resided in Delhi for most of her life, she has always been enthusiastic about trying new experiences.
A couple of months back, I think in the newspaper there was an ad, and it was a very pretty picture with birds and all that and Asian paints, and it said donate a wall, and if you are interested give a missed call. And I remember I was having my breakfast and I saw this and I said, wow, this sounds interesting. They wanted to see some pictures of the wall, and then I thought this wall is actually my dad's study room, and it's a very nice wall. As you enter you can see that wall, so I thought why not, try it out.
Munir Bukhari hails from a small town named Gondal near Rajkot in Gujarat. He started his journey as an artist 3 decades ago, painting auto rickshaws for free. One of the 4 artists to paint the Dada Saheb Phalke portrait at Bandra's Sea Link in Mumbai, Munir is in Delhi depicting Leela Kanuga's story on her wall through his brush.
मैं 35 साल से आर्ट की फील्ड में हूँ और बहुत से वॉल पेंटिंग के यहाँ से गुजरात में भी किया है, दिल्ली में, मुंबई में, बेंगलोर में, सब जगह पे मैंने पेंटिंग किया है.
He's also been a trained painter, but he works with airbrush. There are very few artists in India working with airbrush, and Munir is kind of like mastered that airbrush craft. While even though he's been working, he's not been recognized for his art, which he has mastered, and this was a nice platform for him to also get some exposure.
I met Munir, the artist, and he came across as such a humble gentleman, and as we had a conversation I could figure out that he was so full of ideas.
लीला मैम का जो मेरे को मालूम पड़ा कि वो बहुत घूमे हुए हैं भाई, जहाँ पे गए हुए सब कर रहे हैं, तो वो हिसाब से मैंने जो जहाँ पे गए घूमे ने सब, उसका जो मेन जो होता है ना, जो इटली है, जो जापान का जो मंदिर है, वो सब करके मैंने उस दीवार पे स्केच करने के लिए स्केच मैंने बनाया कि वो देख के आने वाले को भी अच्छा लगे और उनको भी अच्छा लगे.
I can see it taking shape now, and the outlines are yet to be done, but it's coming out very, very pretty. Looks pretty good, very global in nature.
ये रफ दीवार है तो तकलीफ हो रही है, लेकिन अच्छा बनाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. लीला जी को जो आधा बना हुआ था तभी बोलेंगे वाह बोले थे, लेकिन जब पूरा हो जाएगा तो वो खुश हो जाएंगे शायद.
Has to a great extent captured the spirit of my travel, no doubt about it, because the places you see highlighted there, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, Colosseum, the hot air balloon, little details match with the so many places I have been visiting lately.
मेरी ये दीवार फाइनल हो गई. बाद में लीला जी आके वो देखे और मेरे को बोले कि आपने रंगों से ब्रश के माध्यम से उसमें दीवार पे जान लगा दी और जान डाल दी है मेरी वो. तो उसको देख के ऐसा लगता है कि क्या ये काम मैंने किया, और बहुत भी अच्छा लग रहा है देख के.
I think it's such a small society, very few houses here, most of the neighbors we know each other, so I really hope it will draw them to come and visit me more.
I've been observing this home for the last 40 years, and we have always had a plain background in the front. And today when I was walking past here, it just hit me, the color background and the artwork on it just struck me, and I really found it attractive.